last night on the Golden Bachelorette.
I'm in charge today. I like to be in charge. So I'm going to take you to my salon later on. Look at it. Look, you're professional.
I know.
Very impressive.
Oh, here you go.
I think this is gonna be a really good bonding sesh for me and Ron. Guys love it when you can show them you're better than they are at something they love.
It's the all-important Hometowns week on the Golden Bachelorette, where Joan is going to be meeting kids, grandkids, and siblings before deciding which of her final 4 are moving on to fantasy suites. And this week we'll see a real line in the sand drawn between the men that Joan is serious about and the ones who are here because the show still has a few more episodes to go and we can't just end it now. And first up for the week, Joan is in Lake Tahoe, Nevada to meet some guy and his family. But not before Guy takes Joan out on a boat where legend has it, if they make a wish here, Tahoe will grant it.
I wish to make incredible memories.
Hey, whoa, hey, don't say your wish out loud, it won't come true.
I wish to find someone to spend my golden years with.
And now your wish won't come true, so that blows.
So Joan then comes in to meet Guy's family. We've got a sister, we've got kids, we've got a grandkid, and Joan is the first person Guy has brought to meet everyone since separating from his wife. Now, after a first little introduction where they actually talk more about Charles than anything else.
So Charles' wife passed away from a brain aneurysm, and he has been like suffering, thinking that maybe he could have done something to save her.
I said, Charles, you did not do anything wrong.
Everyone splits off into separate chats. Joan talks with Guy's sisters, and Guy expresses to his kids that he's very serious. He's at a 9.5 out of 10 right now in this relationship.
Do you think you propose?
Yes.
And the whole family saw Guy coming out of his divorce, so they say they're happy to see Guy happy. And of the 4 men still left on the show, he's certainly one of the ones who is serious about his feelings for Joan.
I knew it was real. When I saw his tears, I think the guy probably loves her.
So, with the approval of his family, and after seeing Joan mesh in so well, at the end of the hometown, Guy is ready to tell Joan how he feels.
It's also given me time to reflect and say, that I have fallen for you. Big time.
Okay, but my only thing is Nevada is pretty much on the other side of the country from Maryland, where Joan is from. Wasn't long distance and not wanting to move away from family one of the big reasons Gary and Teresa from The Golden Bachelor broke up? I know there's been chatter of this online already, but couldn't they try to do some more local casting? Maybe keep it to the lead surrounding states or something? Anyway, with that, we're still moving on to another hometown, and up next, we've got 2 in Chicago. The first of which is going to give us a glimpse into the mystical life of Pascal, where Joan gets to see his favorite coffee place and she even gets to visit his famous salon, where after a few smiles and greetings from his employees, Pascal is like,
Get back to work! All right, then get back to work, guys, okay?
yeah, do you know how much money this man dished out to get all the other contestants to do his laundry for him? He's got bills to pay. But this is actually a jam-packed 2-story salon. It's no joke. Oh, and of course it's called Pascal pour elle, because this man is for her. So after Joan gets the pour elle spéciale, these 2 sit down to talk more about where Pascal is at. Like how there were times where Joan wasn't sure if he was into her. And Pascal mentions having been in love and not being quite ready when his daughter signed him up for the show.
By going through the process, I felt better about myself. And now I think I'm still have a little role, but I need to... You understand what I'm talking about.
I do.
And I think it take me time.
But now Pascal says he's ready for and wants a companion. However, is that enough though? Is this just 2 people who have fun together but not more beyond that? Is that his car? Okay, never mind, he just became a contender. So now Joan is going to meet Pascal's friends and his children.
What was your first impression?
Oh, I thought well, I don't want to say this in front of his kids, but it was good.
And once more, things separate into one-on-one chats. Joan gets to meet Pascal's son in person, who dishes on Pascal's dating history.
Has he had a lot of girlfriends?
He has had a lot of girlfriends.
Yeah. So you think he's ready for, to settle down?
100%. I mean, he's so sick of dating. I mean,
Yeah.
he complains to me. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sick of dating. Like,
Yeah.
Then when Joan sits down with Pascal's daughter, we get to hear a big reason why Pascal has made it so far in this show.
He's very much like my late husband.
Is he?
Everything is epic. Like, he lives life big, and so did John.
And both of Pascal's kids are like, yes, Joan, we love her, we love this, there's absolutely no pushback at all. They even go as far to say Joan already feels like family, even though in the previews they tried to fake us out and only put in the second half of this statement from Pascal's daughter.
Well, my biggest fear is that I will pick him and he won't pick me too.
Yeah.
Because it's a two-way street. It goes both ways.
I know, and I truly don't think that he's not going to pick you.
But the question remains, is there actually enough here with Pascal still having some walls up, or is it too late? Something Joan ponders as she leaves the hometown date and drives a few blocks down the road for her next hometown date with Jordan, also in Chicago. And this has been the slowest progression of all the men so far, so it's really a make or break date, which means Jordan's busting out all the big moves like deep dish pizza followed by rainbow cake and shots. Truly a flavor profile sure to get you saying,
Oh my God, it is the worst thing I've tasted my entire life.
but coming to meet Jordan's family, Joan needs to know more if there's any hope for this relationship going further. Because as Joan sits down with Jordan's daughters, she's honest when she says that a couple of the other guys are a lot more open and vulnerable with her.
I have your dad and another man that are both like a little boy. And honestly, your father is the one that I worry about that maybe he wouldn't pick me. If I picked him, he might be like, oh, I'm not quite ready for that.
And Jordan's daughter says that that comes from a fear of not wanting to go through something like his hard divorce again. But she agrees he's got walls up and hopes he can drop them soon. So, well, Jordan says that steps have been made.
So
yeah, we're
every
making
time
big
we sit
steps.
there,
So this
it's
was
big.
today was obviously the biggest step
Yeah.
before, by far. And yeah, I mean, I hope we can make more big steps.
For Joan, there's not a lot to latch onto here, especially in comparison to someone like Guy, who's proclaimed he's falling in love with Joan and ready for a proposal. Or even our next hometown man in Wichita, Kansas, Chalk, who's been arguably the most all-in on Joan the whole season. And this is a special day, as Joan will be meeting Chalk's family, including his late wife Kathy's father and brother, but there's also going to be a celebration of life for Chalk's mother. And as they enter this date, Chalk, well, he's chock full of confidence.
For the record, I got the first date, I got the first kiss, and I'm going to get the last kiss. Oh, yes. I'll do it today.
So first, there's an oak tree planted in celebration of Chalk's mother Jill, then Joan starts to mingle with the family, and it's clear that there's something a bit different here.
So you do see like a future with him?
I do.
That
Yeah,
makes me so
that makes me cry.
happy to hear.
I'm sorry.
Then Kathy's father sits with Joan and gives her his blessing, and Chalk's dad tells him he sees it. He sees that you're in love, whether you're saying it yet or not.
You're in love. And when I said you're in love, I included her. The two of you are in love. That's what I saw earlier today.
And at the end of the day, Joan says she knows it's real with Chalk, because along with all the wonderful feelings she has, she's also feeling some guilt. Guilt because she really is feeling like she's moving on. Her late husband will never be gone for her, but with this, she knows the feelings are real. But with that, we've arrived at the final 4 rose ceremony, where this one is essentially down to 2 men. Both Guy and Chalk have shown that they're all in, while things are still uncertain with Jordan and Pascal. Oh yeah, and Jesse Palmer is still here. Almost forgot he was part of the show. So first up for a rose is, as expected, Chalk and then Guy. And this one all comes down to either Pascal or Jordan.
Pascal.
So Jordan is headed home, and yeah, I think that was the obvious choice. As I see it, right now, the clear order is Chalk, then Guy, then Pascal. But a lot can happen, as next week is Fantasy Suites, typically the most impactful and dramatic week of the season, especially when you're in a place like...
Where are we going?
white sand, blue ocean. Our flight leaves tomorrow morning to the islands of Tahiti.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay, now I get why they were in the mansion all season. Tahiti took 90% of their budget. So that's it for this recap of The Golden Bachelorette, Week 6. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fan Take out.
I wish to find someone to spend my golden years with.
And now your wish won't come true, so that blows.